Hi, and welcome to Grandad on Enfield. Where are we off to today? Well, we're back into the city centre, to Cork City. This is the October week, bank holiday weekend, so that means this is the Cork JAZZ Festival. I'll give you a tour of where it all started and stuff, and I don't go on it myself. I don't go to the pub, so. But I don't like jazz. So, just wanted to talk about a couple of things. I had an appointment the other day, and I used the bike because there's very little parking where it was. So I went in. Well, it was to the doctor, so I went in, done my bits, came out, and there was a fellow with two kids, small kids, probably 3 or 4 years old, but they were sitting on the bike, and he reckoned I overreacted because, well, one thing, one of them was standing on the tank, holding onto the mirrors, and the other fellow was fiddling around with all the switches. And he said, you can't do that. Actually, my left mirror was they were after pushing it loose. And I had to carry on without a left mirror for the rest of until I got home. But he was saying I was overreacting to it because it's only a bike. And it kind of took me by. I was saying, am I overreacting? But then I was thinking, hang on a sec. If that was your car, and I sat in your car and started messing with the steering wheel and gear knob and playing around with the mirrors, would you say, oh yeah, that's alright, it's only a car? Or if I went into your house, walked into your front door and started turning on your heating and messing with light switches and moving stuff around, say, that's okay, it's only a house. No, it's a bike. Yeah, it's my bike. I've saved for it. I sacrificed stuff for it. I don't see why anyone should use it as a jungle gym to amuse their kids. So, did I overreact? Did I give it out to him saying, look, get off the bike. It's not a toy. On top of that, what would happen if the bike they pushed off the stand on top of one of them? Who's liable for that then? Insurance is bad enough, but of course it would be me liable for it. But he just didn't seem to see it that way. It's just a bike. That's the same with any property belonging to anyone. You respect it. You don't go in, open someone's car door and sit inside it and start fiddling around in it. Why should the bike be any different? Yeah, but I've been watching a couple of videos on YouTube. They're giving out about other fellas and they're calling them names and whatever. I don't see the point in that either, making a video complaining about someone else's video. People take time and effort to put up a video, but it kind of seems to escape these fellas. I have a remote control at home, and there's a special button on it, and it's called back or stop. And if I don't like something, I can turn it off. I don't think these fellas have that capability to. They have to sit down and watch the whole video and then make a video complaining about a video they didn't like. Just don't see the point. People do put time, effort and energy into making videos. It's hard to come up with a video. I only do it once a week, and it's hard for me to come up with something different every week. Now, I'm a big boy. Criticism is no problem to me. But if you don't like the video, just turn it off. There's no one. You're not obliged to watch just because you turned it on. If you don't like it, turn it back off and stop moaning. So anyhow, like I say, we're going into Cork City. It's the October bank holiday weekend. So that means only one thing in Cork is the Guinness Jazz Festival. We just do a quick tour around the main part of the city where it's on. It actually started, I don't know when, in the 80s. I think it's in the Metropole Hotel in Cork, in McCurtain Street in Cork City. And yeah, what do you think of all these new buildings going up around here? There's another soulless glass box. I know everything can't be old and old-fashioned, but they've destroyed. There's too many of them. If you go for planning permission for a house, oh no, it doesn't fit in with the local area. These don't fit in with any area. They're horrible. They're just concrete and glass, and that's another moan out of the way. Moany today, aren't they? So as well, anyhow, I did a video the other day on which of my bikes would I keep. It goes without saying, the Interceptor that will never be sold. By the way, you're not allowed driving bus lanes in Ireland. But anyhow, the Interceptor will never be sold. That was my first ever brand new bike, so it's got a special place in my heart. The Bullet 500 Trials Works replica, that won't be sold. That's I won't get another one. There's not many of them around, and I was lucky when I came across that one. I got it for the right price, which is just the Honda Shadow 750. I'm not going to say I'd never sell it. If someone came up with me with a stupid offer for stupid money for the thing, she'd be gone out the door. But there's nobody seems to be offering any money for anything these days. I'll keep it for as long as I can. It's grand, it's comfortable, it's, well, like I say, I'm 5'11". I have a bend in my knee, a flat foot in it isn't going to be a problem. I actually got off it the other day and got onto the Interceptor, and geez, I thought the Interceptor was about 4 foot higher or something. It was a fierce difference. So no, this, like I say, if I got a silly offer for it, and we're talking silly, we're talking 5.5, 6 grand, she'd be gone out the door. Because I actually have no, I like it. It's a lovely bike to drive and everything. Like I say, she's an old carbureted bike, and I haven't had a carburetor in a couple of years now, so the fuel injection spoils you that way. She's cold when you start her up, and she takes a while to warm up, and I suppose the water cooling doesn't help either, the liquid cooling. But no, like I say, a silly offer comes in for it, and I have no hesitation. Whereas I could say definitely not, the Bullet and the Interceptor will not be sold. Not unless something really tragic happens or something. But until then, they're staying put. Thing about this as well, though, it's my first. I never really got on with windshields, but this is my first kind of. I had a Guzzi with one, the same, and I took it off and never put it back on. But I'm riding around now. I have to keep my visor actually open because it's too warm otherwise. So I don't know what way that will work in the summer. But yeah, we're turning on now. We're at the top of Patrick Street. We're going on to Bridge Street and then on to McCurtain Street. So it's right turn on. This is the Keys. You have a Warhammer shop there. For anyone interested in Warhammer. Not me, but my son actually does. But we're turning on now to Bridge Street. Patrick Street is to the left of me. We're turning right here, and we'll be turning right again then onto McCartan Street. So this is it's early in the day, but this will be jamming later, all along here. Like I say, the Metropole Hotel, which is the red building up ahead of me. I don't know if you can see it. Our pint is between €5 and €7 around the city. Like I say, it's the Guinness Jazz Festival, so there's a lot of Guinness promotional signs around and stuff. Don't drink the stuff myself, but not fond of the black stuff. Cider is my poison. But yeah, that's it there now. I'm to my right. The Metropole Hotel is where it all kind of started. I think it was the 80s. I'll look it up and I'll put a little thing up to when it started. I know how to do it in the video description because I don't do any of that. My daughter does that for me. But it was actually, yesterday it was cold, it was windy. It's been raining all week, but it's nice today. This is the Saturday of the festival, so it starts on a Thursday. It runs Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday and Monday. Like it's on every October weekend. I made a video actually this time last year of it, and I didn't bother putting up because it was after the festival, but I never got a chance to put it up again then, so by the time this goes out, the festival will be over, so if you want to be planning anything, you'll be planning it for next year. So anyway, that's about it. Did I overreact to using my bike as a jungle gym? What would you have done? And do you think I'm right about which bike's keepers? I did get a comment that the Honda was better than the Royal Enfield, but I'm a Royal Enfield fanboy, as they say, so I just like I like Royal Enfields. I think they're not for actual cheap here. Nothing is. Stupid taxes I got once put on, but that's another video. But they're not cheap, but the parts are accessible and there's plenty of them, and the parts are cheap compared to virtually any other make. I don't think you'll get the parts for Harley Davidson for anywhere near a part you get for Royal Enfield. So we'll leave there. Ride your own ride. Thanks for watching. Grandad on Enfield.